العب 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 كده العب كده العب كده العب كده أو 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 العب 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 كده العب كده أو أو ارفع ارفع العب يلا
شوف عندي
يلا العب 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 العب
There are days when the sky changes without warning. One moment life feels steady. The next, everything begins to shake. The phone call, the loss, the disappointment, the silence. And suddenly you realize, faith is no longer theory. It is survival. Then, without warning, the sky turns dark. Questions begin to thunder in the soul. Faith steps into weather it did not choose. The steady becomes storm, and the heart learns to stand in wind. Everything begins to fall apart. What was certain disappears. Job lost his wealth, his children, his health. He sat in ashes. Real faith does not disappear when blessings do. But even in pain, he said, "Blessed be the name of the Lord." Real faith remains when comfort is gone. There will be seasons when heaven feels quiet. No answers, no visible movement, no breakthrough. But silence does not mean absence. Why me, Lord? Why now? Job asked nothing, yet everything was taken. Sometimes the question is not answered, because faith is not built on explanations. It is built on trust. God is still working even when He is not speaking. Gold must go through fire. Pressure creates strength. Storms deepen roots. The test is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal you. Friends will question you. Some will misunderstand your pain. Job's friends told him he must have done wrong. But sometimes suffering is not punishment. It is purpose. When doubt whispers, let faith answer. Even when weak, stand. Even when tired, pray. Even when confused, trust. Faith is not about feeling strong. It is about choosing to stand when strength is gone. You don't need to understand the storm to survive it. Then one day, God speaks, not with explanation, not with apology, but with authority. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? He is God, and we are not. And that is enough. Job was restored. Double. Not because he never hurt, not because he never cried, but because he never let go. When you pass the test, the reward is not just blessing. It is maturity, strength, deeper faith. I may be tested like Job, but I will not break. I will trust the Lord through the storm, the silence, the fire. Faith under fire creates unshakable strength. And my story is not over.
God testing everyone's faith like Job. See, when the storm comes hard, don't let it go, because the double blessing is waiting ahead. Everything happened for a reason we may not know. But he's still God and he's still in control. Hallelujah. God tests anyone feel like you. When the storm comes hard, don't let it go. You may lose it all. Everything happened for a reason, but your soul will grow. God is testing faith like Job. Because the double blessing is waiting. I walked through the valley and did not see fire burn, while the ground was shaking under and the wind blew. See, friend turned silence. Stand firm and let your blessing disappear. Questioning in my heart, you may lose it all, but I conquered the fear. But your soul will grow. Why the tears and why the pain? And why the sunshine replaced by the rain? But I heard it whisper through the night so cold. Hold on, child. I'm refraining your soul. See, Job lost his family and lost his land. Lost his health and didn't understand. But he said through it, though he slay me, yet will I trust. Even when life turned to dust, sometimes the breakings is the making, and sometimes the shaking is the waking. When God tests you, he already knows the strength inside of you before it shows. The enemy thought it was over for me, but my faith unlocked heaven. What was meant to break my name, see, God used to build my flame. God is testing everyone's faith like Job. When the storm come hard, don't let it go. When everything falls apart, worship him in a grateful because heart. The double blessing is waiting. The test is not your final. For every tear that you have shed, still I stand. Faith in my heart, praise in my hand. Everything happened for a reason. I believe. Even in law, I would never, just preparing you for grace.